In May 2023, representatives of all EUT Plus members met at the Hochschule Darmstadt campus in Darmstadt to discuss the future of the EUT Plus research institutes and other strategic aspects of research collaboration. Several working meetings took place during the Darmstadt week. EU representatives participated in the midterm evaluation meeting of the EUT Plus Extras project, which aims at establishing a common roadmap for EUT Plus research and innovation.
And clearly for these 2 days it was a very large and good meeting of most of the people involved in research in EUT+. We have around the table, if I remember well, 6 vice presidents and a lot of people who were deeply involved and committed to this project. And what we have seen actually is that we can address difficult questions, we can discuss together the roadmap, we can discuss our achievement or what we failed to in a very constructive and positive way. The main result is that now we have analytical tools that enable us to see where we can go and how we can go together in research. However, there are tools that are necessary to build the common roadmap. To build a common roadmap, we need to know each other, we need to guess who is doing what. The future of EUT Plus is to build something together, to have a common research and to see European research institutes as such, meaning that it will be where we will be working in research all together. The challenges are just to work together, to build something together, to know each other more and more. That is actually really difficult, but this is a wonderful journey.
Hochschule Darmstadt is located in Darmstadt, the city of science, which is a major center of outstanding science and research institutions such as the European Organization for the Exploitation of Meteorological Satellites EUMETSAT and the European Space Operations Center ESOC, as well as GSI Center for Heavy Ion Research. As a member of EUT+, Hochschule Darmstadt has established a strategic partnership with both GSI FAIR and the European Space Agency ESA. It's also seat of the world's oldest pharmaceutical company Merck, the city's largest employer. With the famous Mathilde Hohe and the Darmstadt Artist Colony, it's the city of Art Nouveau as well, and a real feel-good town, a colorful, cosmopolitan city and a charming town to live and study in.
Our university is a University of Applied Sciences, which means we're closely oriented to practical teaching and applied research, which means we're interested in solving real-world problems. Hence, this is the structure of our university. So we do have research institutes that are independent of individual programs or individual departments, which is really important as we think to solve real-world problems. And our teaching is on the practical side, so we have a lot of people coming from industry to teach with us. All our programs have a mandatory semester within industry where students have to work in an internship in industries. So this is what makes us kind of special within the German university system. We are a very, let's say, innovative university. So in the 80s, students came up with the idea to have a ticket for public transportation, which is free for all the students. And that model actually went on, and now every German university has that model, but it was invented here. We also changed German university system in many ways. Another point is that we have the right to do PhDs, which is usually not the case in Germany for universities of applied sciences. But with the experience that we had with international partners in doing PhD programs, we were able to convince the government of the state of Hessen to provide that right to all the universities of applied sciences in Hessen. 5 years ago, we've been evaluated since then, after 5 years of running that program. And it was a very positive evaluation, which actually said that not only we are good in doing that, but also that the traditional universities should look at how we're doing it. So there is very much innovation coming from the people within the university to not just do research or teaching, but also to change the university system, which is something that we hope to be able to do with the European level just as well.
Hochschule Darmstadt is one of the leading universities of applied sciences in Germany. The university offers over 70 degree programs as well as the opportunity to pursue a doctorate degree. Research at Hochschule Darmstadt is application-oriented across all disciplines.
We are here in the pilot plant facility of the Department of Chemical Engineering and Biotechnology here at Hochschule Darmstadt. And as you can see here, the bigger apparatus. In part, we are doing here research, and at the same time, we are doing laboratory courses for the students in our study program. We have here various kinds of apparatus, large-scale rectification unit with a 7-meter column. We have an absorption unit also with 5 to 6 meter long column. We have various small-size apparatus. These are used mainly for laboratory courses within our study program on bachelor and master level. We have a cyclone, which is used for demonstration of solid gas separations. We have a microreactor, which works on a production scale. We have a microalgae reactor and some more experiments which are used for the technical chemistry study program. We are mainly working with the design of microreactors for various chemical processes on various scales, from very small for development purposes up to relatively large reactors which are used for production scale of chemicals. We have a reaction calorimeter, we have 2 HPLC systems for the analysis, and of course the usual equipment you have in a chemical laboratory.
So this lab was built in 1970s, in the early 1970s, and we use it. It's about 1,000 square meters full of lab with flume system installed here. We have 2 different tanks, one in the bottom in the basement and one on the top to get the same hydraulic heights everywhere in this lab. And we have different kinds of experiments here, flume experiments. One that is the stream table. My PhD students are looking keenly at morphological changes due to sediment transport and due to wooden debris that is in streams and rivers and how it interacts with the morphology of the riverbed. I have another PhD student who is looking at water wheels and how to develop them to be more ecologically friendly because fish need to pass in the streams as well. And he's also optimizing the water wheel. And another PhD student is looking at climatic changes and the changes it has on the flow in rivers and streams. So we have different kinds of flows there. And he's looking at the impact this has on hydraulic structures, for example, fish passages, and getting to know what impact the climate change has on hydraulic structures.
So yeah, we're here in the lab of that's called Laboratory for Optical Diagnostics and Renewable Energies. And what we're basically doing is we look into reactive flows and all kinds of renewable energy processes using optical diagnostics, typically advanced laser measurement techniques applied to very different kinds of devices. We have a lot of lasers. Most of the things we're doing is related to advanced laser diagnostics. That means we have a lot of different laser, pulse laser, continuous wave lasers, working on different wavelengths, and for the detection we have a set of different cameras and detectors to detect all of the signals we are measuring. So it's a huge amount of equipment and very, very different and specialized equipment.
Hochschule Darmstadt is a university with regional roots and worldwide connections. There are close ties with 162 partner universities in 53 countries. Almost 20% of the students are from abroad. In 2020, Hochschule Darmstadt became part of the initiative European University of Technology. Together with its European partner universities, Hochschule Darmstadt sees the need for a human-centered technology. It is intensely working on the vision of a new type of university and institutional integration to create one European university.
European University of Technology is a great chance to do more than just, let's say, the German view on universities. And so now the next level is the European level. I think it's a shame that there is no European university yet, and that most of the alliances that do not want to become an institution, they do not want to become a single university. And this is something that we at the European University of Technology are really going for, and I think it is necessary. So it helps us, to reach a new level of influence, let's say, into the university system in Europe. In Germany, we are well adapted to, having several layers of responsibilities. So in Germany, universities are run by the individual states. So the federal government doesn't have any saying in university education and research. And now we've got the European level on top of that. So we're used to having, this level to talk to like several governments. That helps a lot in acquiring things that we think are necessary. And so the original idea by the foundation of the European University Initiative to get Europe closer together is still there. It's a valid idea, it's a good idea to have people to talk to each other, get to know each other, have students exchange, have researchers exchange, and regular stuff exchange. What we think to gain by that is that we like to have more autonomy here in Hessen. Being a European university would allow us to gain more independence from the local regulations and laws. And it also helps to be a voice of science within the world, actually.